program at this time. I'm Scott Miller, one of the Board of Trustees at the college. It's my pleasure to present some remarks for the awards that we're going to present this evening. At this time, we'd like to begin the awards. Our first award is the Board of Trustees Award, given by the Northark Board of Trustees to recognize outstanding contributions to the college. The 2020 Board of Trustees Award recipient is Mr. Don Sugg. After 36 years of service to Northark as Vice President of Finance and Administration, Don retired last June. As Chief Financial Officer, Don oversaw all regular administrative functions and was an integral part of college expansions and renovations. Major events that he assisted with, and listen to this list. These are projects that Don oversaw or assisted with. It included operations and growth of the Rogers and Mountain Home branch centers, now Northwest Arkansas Community College and Arkansas State University, Mountain Home, respectively. The merger with Twin Lakes Technical College, the construction, planning, and oversight of the Northark Library, the John Paul Hammersmith Business and Conference Center, the Bill Baker Amphitheater, the welding shop expansion, the softball complex, the Allied Health Edition. I suppose at this time we could have had a break in our program and all took a rest, call it a remission, and now we'll come back. The radiology technology renovation, the Northark Walking Cross-Country Trail, the Northark Disc Golf Course, the Bradley Student Center, and the Science Building. So that's a wonderful set of accomplishments that Don has been a part of. He served He has served with all 5 Northark presidents: Bill Baker, Jeff Olson, Jim Stockton, Jackie Elliott, and now he serves with Dr. Randy Esters. The Board of Trustees presented Don with the honorary title of Vice President Emeritus at the June board meeting. In the community, he has served as board member of a Christian-based counseling foundation, a commissioner on the Harrison Parks and Recreation Commission, a board member and past chairman of the Northwest Arkansas Certified Development Company, and I can attest to that, Don, and a board member and treasurer for the Harrison Regional Chamber of Commerce, and the same roles for the Chamber's Foundation. He has served as president and treasurer of the Harrison Goblin Booster Club, past board member of Consolidated Youth, Inc., and coach of youth basketball, baseball, softball, and soccer. Don and his wife Cindy, a retired information technology project programmer, analyst, and manager, are members of the First Baptist Church in Harrison and have been blessed with a daughter, Amanda, and a son, Brian. At this time, I'm going to pause and we're going to show a video, and then we will resume.
I first joined the Board of Trustees at Northark 6 years ago, I knew Don Sugg. We had been friends and saw each other occasionally, but after I came on the board, I found out that not only was he in charge of finance at the college, he did so much more.
Don is one of those individuals that can pull a team together and climb mountains. During my time on the board, we've had some critical issues with budget cuts. Don has always been able to pull his team together, motivate them, and they were always able to accomplish even more that Don had asked for to make the overall budget come in.
Hey Don, I just want to congratulate you for this special recognition by the board. Very well deserved for your 36 years here at the college. I'm in my second term as board member, I guess in my 8th or 9th year, and always been so proud of you because the board could always trust the work that you did, and we relied upon you so much.
I first met Don Sugg when I was interviewing, and he was one of the first ones that really spent time one-on-one with me, sharing with me about the community and the college. And he told me that he would lock arms with me and fight whatever battles came our way, and we've really fought some hard battles together. We're filming this in the Benny Ellis room, and Don and I we've with the cabinet, Rodney and Tavonda and Donna Wood and Rick. We've had some moments in here where we've argued and had moments where we laughed, and there's been moments where we joined hands and prayed through whatever crisis we had. And that's what I appreciate about Don, is if I need a prayer warrior, he's there. If I got something funny that I want to share and just got to share, I'll shoot Don a text or something. So I can say Don's not only been a great employee that's worked with me, he's been a great partner for this college, but he's been an awesome friend. He's helped me in times when I didn't think I could move forward, and the stress was pretty tough. Don would give me words of wisdom, and we'd pray through it.
He helped everyone at the college at one time or another.
This college has just been so fortunate to have a gentleman like Mr. Don Sugg, his caliber, to represent our college in many ways, both in the community and at state level.
Some of the things he did that were not financial, he was in charge of major projects, or not in charge, but sat in on the decisions. Bid openings. He was on so many committees, it's hard to count. He also attended most functions that Northark ever presented. I didn't go to a pinning or a graduation, hardly a basketball game, that Don Sugg wasn't there, and usually in his time suit.
We could write chapters, Don, about how you have helped the presidents to bring this college to where we are today.
When he did the budget, he based it on the economy at the time that he was preparing it. After the recession in '08, we became a much larger school than normal. And Don was in charge of finding classrooms and finding more instructors. Things like that is the way he based his budgets, on the economy and what he determined to be the revenue we would expect and our expenses, of course. But he was artful at this. He did it with students and employees in mind every year. And that's why at this time, Northark's tuition is one of the lowest of any college you'll find in the state.
Again, Don, thank you for all the great work. Thank you for the way you have represented North Arkansas College all these years. Thank you again for a job well done.
I'm really happy for you and Cindy, and I know that Cindy was the real number cruncher in your family, and how you relied upon her so much. So congratulations to both of you. We're just so proud of you.
Don, I appreciate you. I love you for who you are. Thank you for everything you've done for me personally. Thank you for what you've done for this college.
All that said, one of the most important things about Don Sugg, those of you who know him will agree, he's one of the most kind, sincere, and honest individuals you'll ever meet. And I'm so proud that the Board of Trustees has elected to present Don with this award.
Don, at this time, I'd like to ask you to come up here with me and let me present this award to you that we're all, as has been expressed by the board, we're so thankful for your tenure. It's with sincerity that we honor you today for the humongous impact that you had in the college in the last 36 years.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Can I say a few words? We were almost 6 feet apart. You might have surmised from the pictures that all of our work was serious business. No fun, no games, just serious business. Thank you all so much for being here, and especially in the times that we have. I'm indebted for all of you, and I think there's a few viewers that will be watching on the internet too. I love them too. To all the current board members, I want to thank you for this award. It's truly an honor. I'm touched. I really am. I've been known to get emotional, and I may well do it, but bear with me. Also, to the many past and current board members, I see a few here tonight as well. I want to thank you for your support over the past 36 plus years. I can only think of 1 or 2 times that we ever had a difference of opinion between the board members and myself. And I say that probably in jest, but I do appreciate all that you've done, all that you've supported, and I know in all cases we all supported the same cause, to further North Arkansas College, to help the students, and to help the community. I also want to thank the past presidents. As I've said and you heard tonight, I've had the pleasure and blessings to start with one of the great leaders, Dr. Bill Baker. I love and adored him as a father. And I get to end my career with another great president, Dr. Randy Esters. I love and adore him as a brother. I was also fortunate to serve briefly with my good friend, Dr. Jim Stockton. I'm fond of him. And I did get to serve with Drs. Olson and Dr. Elliott. And must say I learned from them a lot of good things. Some things I learned I shouldn't have. But I learned from each and every one of them. So I was blessed with bosses. I also want to thank all of my dear Northark associates and friends, co-workers. I have a few names here, but I'm afraid I'll omit a few. But without the wonderful faculty, the vice presidents, Dr. Arnold, Dr. Wood, Dr. Gresham, Dr. Aldrich, and Dr. Lefty Burks. So many vice presidential associates. Faculty were tremendous. It would be hundreds that I've worked with, but too many to name. But I also want to especially recognize and thank my finance and administration team. So many employees. I can think of a number of supervisors I had that just carried me daily. To name a few: Linda Brown, Dale Garner, Ricky Dillon, Sandra Jones, Sheila Osier, Donna Fowler, Billy Sue Lawrence, Devonda Brown, Sherry Holt, Danny Carroll, he's here. Jennifer Marshall, Chris Greening, and even Kevin Summers. I say even Kevin. He and I had a few skirmishes, but he was an outstanding physical plant director. I just could not have survived without their support, dedication, and service to the years. And lastly, I want to thank my dear wife, Cindy, my daughter, Amanda, and son, Brian, for their support and tolerance over the years. I know that the many overtime weekends and evenings was at an expense to my family, but I'm most certain that they were more than glad to share me at certain times, just to get rid of me. Again, thank you for this honor. I will always cherish. And may God bless Northark. May God bless each of you and your families. And I just pray that we all stay safe. Thank you very much.
The next award is the Presidential Citation and is given to a person who has exemplified the pioneer spirit. The person must be an influencer of the college and have benefited the advancement or improvement of the institution. The 2020 Presidential Citation recipient is Mike Masters. He's aye. That concludes our ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. A native of Harrison, Mike Masters is a UCA graduate, having been delivered in the uppermost floor of Dr. Henry Kirby's former Red Brick Clinic, and it gives the year 1922. 1946. His mother, Elaine, was a twin daughter of the late Art and Junie Hammerschmidt of Harrison. Mike's 50-year career has included serving as the editor at 3 Arkansas daily papers: Newport, Hot Springs, and Fayetteville. He's also been a staff writer for the Los Angeles Times and headed investigations for the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, Arizona Republic and Phoenix, the Chicago Sun-Times, the Asbury Park Press, New Jersey's second largest daily paper, and survived living in New Jersey and California. That's an accomplishment in itself. Between 1989 and 1994, Mike held the endowed chair at the Ohio State University School of Journalism. In that full professorship, he led the Kiplinger Public Affairs Reporting master's degree granting program for 10 of the best and brightest professional journalists worldwide, while also teaching graduate and undergraduate classes. His career efforts led to his being named the finalist to become the first journalist in space. The Challenger explosion put an end to that dream. Mike's writing and reporting over the years led to more than 2 national journalism honors, including twice being the finalist for a Pulitzer Prize. I'm thinking of that joke I tried to tell y'all and I bombed it. Sorry about that, Hank. I bombed that joke for y'all. In 2012, the National Society of Newspaper Columnists honored Mike with its Will Rogers Humanitarian Award for a lifetime body of work on behalf of giving a voice to those who too often do not have one. In 1988, he co-authored the college textbook, Excellence of Reporting, and during the year 1976 to 77, he traveled all over America on the Alicia Patterson Fellowship, writing weekly dispatches about the mood of America for more than 30 daily papers. I'm going to refrain from asking you what you think the mood of America is today.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. I'll spare all of y'all that. Mike returned to his hometown of Harrison in 2015, purchased a home on West Bund Avenue, where I might add, Janetta decorates great and has great parties for Halloween and New Year's. Thank you for those invitations. And began writing his 3 weekly opinion columns for the Dim Gazette. As of this month, he has continued to generate those articles since 2001. In 2019, the Arkansas Business Journal named Mike among the 250 most influential people in our state, following causes he championed to remove the hog factory from the Buffalo National River and to free a 53-year-old woman from prison after serving 23 years for a murder she always insisted she never committed. Today, Mike frequently champions the many positive things about Harrison, its outstanding people, and the world's greatest community college, as well as with his adult children, Anna, Kenda, and Brandon, 3 grandchildren, and a host of close friends. Mike cherishes his fiancée, Janetta McCorsky, also a Harrison native, and their little pound pooch, Benji, both of whom keep him grounded and smiling. At this time, we'd like to show a short video. I met Mike Masterson in the Townhouse Cafe going on 5 years ago. I can remember walking in and didn't know exactly where I was supposed to go. I knew that Hank Thompson had invited me to coffee. So I went in and had a group of men sitting there and they all eyed me suspiciously. Finally they invited me to join in, and I was introduced to some of the guys around the table, and Mike was there, and when they introduced him, this is Mike Masterson. I thought I recognized his name. Mike Masterson sounded awful familiar, but then I realized it was Bat Masterson I was thinking of. So sorry, Mike, you're not a famous lawman. But anyway, what I realized at the time and as the weeks went on was that Mike wore very loud Hawaiian shirts, but he did have exquisite taste in hats. I always liked the hats he wore. And I also realized that when he walked in the room and joined the conversation, that everything livened up. When Mike would tell stories, it took me a while to believe that some of those stories were true. I mean, he was talking about trying to help reveal the truth on a murder case, and that turned out that a lady was released after 23 years, mostly because of his efforts. And you know, he's talking about how he got run out of town by the sheriff and all sorts of stories, the things that movies are made of. And I said, man, some of this can't be true, but it turns out it all was. Anyhow, I didn't know that Mike was Arkansas Reporter of the Year and twice finalist for a Pulitzer Prize. That UALR recognized him for a series of corruption, revealing the corruption in Springfield, the Springfield PD. And I didn't know he was the chair of the Ohio State School of Journalism. I guess what I'm saying is, I didn't know this guy was somebody. I mean, he was really something special. But to me, he was just Mike. He's been a friend to this community. He's been a friend to this college because he writes and he has a wide audience. And he is allowed and does a great job of giving the backstory, not what the headlines say, but the backstory. When we had issues revolving an incident at a ball game, Mike wrote very clearly that the college would investigate. He spelled out the investigation, and he talked about what we were doing to make it right. And he stepped out on a limb for me as president of his college, and he wrote this that was published, I guess, worldwide on the web. Said, "I can assure anyone who believes Esther's won't do whatever is necessary to protect his and other students from insults and harassment might as well be crow calling in the wind." And I'll always appreciate Mike recognizing the backstory and not just the hype that surrounded the feeding frenzy. He highlights our apprenticeship programs. He highlights the workforce needs here in our community. He talked about the skill shortage and how it was in crisis mode in healthcare. He has highlighted our international programs with the interview of our Tanzanian students, and talked about, in an article called Force of Nature, Meet Yasin and Boogie in 19. He even tried to find a buyer for our center campus. All of those things, Mike didn't have to do, but he wants to paint an accurate picture of our community and of our college, and he's always been a great friend to ask him the questions that people need to know. Several times he'd write the article and he'd end it with this: "Allow me a few sentences to brag yet again on my Ozark hometown." And then he would describe some award that the college got, or something great that happened, some national ranking or something. So all of those little things that allow the outside world to see this community for what it is, and this college for the great things it does. That's why I chose Mike Masterson. Mike ends his recent articles with this tagline. He says, "Now go out into the world and treat everyone you meet exactly like you want them to treat you." And I'll conclude with his own words that he wrote on Thanksgiving in 2005. "It is the mutually agreed upon day that we have designated for stepping outside of life's ever-changing river of events and angst to spend a few moments along the banks examining the nature of appreciation." Mike, we appreciate you. The college appreciates you. The community appreciates you. And as Bill Baker said, let them know you love them. Mike, we love you.
On stage, I'll present the award.
You really hammed that up, didn't you?
Yeah, sometimes it makes stuff up. We can shake some.
Thank you very much.
I won't be long, I promise. But unlike our latest Supreme Court justice, I have to have notes. And a few things I wanted to say. I want to thank the trustees. I want to thank Randy. I think Randy's been an exceptional president of this school in so many ways, like Bill Baker. All of them who've been there. We've been really fortunate, I think, in this community to have the kind of leadership in that college that we had. I was so impressed to hear what Don Sugg has done in 36 years. It's a long time to be an integral part of this college, and such a contributing part. When he listed all his achievements and all the things he's been involved in creating, just amazing that one person can accomplish that much. I think all too often we really lose track of what a wonderful asset and a benefit Northark brings to this community. The pride we all should take in this institution is more than earned and justified. Let me give you, for instance, the school's allied health programs, most notably nursing, offer
exceptionally high-quality education, as evidenced by how highly its nursing program is ranked. Those who employ nursing graduates report a 100% satisfaction rate with their knowledge and skills upon which they can build their careers. It's amazing, every one of them. And their high-quality education costs them $74 a credit hour. In addition, Northark's Medical Laboratory Technologist program has boomed in recent years. After forming a partnership with UAMS, and graduates of this program have a 100% job placement rate. Most students even receiving officers before they graduate, offers before they graduate. Of the 941 community colleges nationwide, Northark last year was ranked as the 45th best by Walladub website. Moreover, Northark was named the 4th best online college, community college, of 27 in Arkansas by the Guide to Online Schools. Our college excels at workforce training, so much so that Mike Rowe television series Dirty Jobs selected Northark as one of 20 schools nationwide to offer his new certification program for jobs after graduation. So much more to this to appreciate, but finally this evening, Northark is our state's only community college to launch a unique turf management program which will benefit golf courses and recreational fields everywhere across the country. Regional industry partners for this new program include Big Cedar Lodge, Springfield Cardinals, John Deere, the Naturals, Pinnacle Country Club, Harrison Parks and Recreation, and Holiday Island Golf Course. Students will receive paid hands-on training at these businesses while in the program through internships. Who wouldn't want their office to be on a Tiger Woods golf course? As Mickey Summers from the college says, that would be a unique and wonderful opportunity. So it's easy to see why we all should be so deeply proud of what Northark, with 1,600 students enrolled this semester, brings to Harrison. And I think that these are things that so many of us don't recognize. You know, it's such a gem and a jewel to this community. When I came back home in 2015, I knew we had a college. I didn't realize how it had advanced and what a tremendous contribution it was making, not only to Harrison, but this whole region, entire region, and even internationally, with the international students been brought in and continue to be brought in. So tonight I just want to say thank you very much for this. I feel like I should pale in comparison with Don Sugg and everything he's contributed to this college. I'll continue to write about the school because it deserves to be written about. The state needs to know, and beyond the state needs to know what we have in Harrison. And we should be extremely proud of it. And with that in mind, I have an award for I'm going to get you an award tonight. Randy, would you come up and let me bestow you this award? And you didn't know this was coming. I'll allow you to read what it says.
Northark College, the very best community college in the history of community colleges. Awarded October, I can't see that, 29th, to Mike Masterson, Board of Trustees.
Thank you again. Shannon, all of you have traveled to be here. Joey, it just means a lot that you would take your time and effort to be here, especially during this period. It's so difficult on so many people and us in Blue. So, thank you.
We want to hear your joke.
Yeah, Joe.
Oh, you want to hear a joke?
Yes.
They say you're supposed to start with a joke.
You blew it.
I did blow it, didn't I? Well, I'd also like to thank my arms for always being beside me, my legs for always supporting me, and my fingers I do appreciate my teachers for always being in touch. Thank you.
I thought I was going to be nominated and elected as the best college president in Harrison, Arkansas. Before we wrap it up, I want to give a special thanks this evening to Jackie Markle, who helped decorate, Joe Adams, who lined everything up and worked with Jackie and made this happen. And last but not least, Brandon Cohn, who's capturing all of this on video and made everything work for us, the media goes. So thank you, Brandon. That wraps up our event tonight. We appreciate you coming out. We appreciate you supporting those who support the college. So thank you. Be careful going home and stay safe.